Hey, thanks for stopping by Casks-n-Que, or Whiskey and Barbecue Meat. I'm your host, Justin Lloyd. I have with me my good friend Henry Turner.
Hello.
This is episode 3 of our Blanton series. Today we're going to take a look at
Takara Red.
Takara Red.
International release from the Asian Japanese market.
Henry, you know what Takara means?
Treasure, I believe. That's a translation from Japanese to American, and you looked that up, and Google told us so.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about it, taste it, rate it, all that kind of stuff. Henry, tell us about this one.
So this particular bottle, once again, I was lucky enough to obtain this bottle through relationships with Central Arkansas Bourbon and Banner. A great gentleman by the name of John Rebedu. We worked out a trade for another distiller release bottle, and I got the black and this red from him in that particular trade. And that's one of the things I want to say about these particular bottles. You are not going to get these in America. So unless you know somebody who travels internationally or who is in the military, who has those connections to let you obtain this particular release, you will not be able to get it in America. And also this one is your standard 93 proof coming from the Takara lineup. So it's going to be the same proof as any Blantons, if you can find it in America, yeah. The same as the base Blantons for the American release.
Very cool. All right, well, let's pour it and taste it and talk about it, all that stuff.
All right.
Okay, so the color, standard Blantons, I think. Nothing really to report here. Maybe a bit of a burnt amber. Pretty much typical of any Blantons that I've ever seen. Henry's off camera. You have anything to add?
Man, to me, I don't know why, but does it look like it just has a slight little hint of red in there? Just a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe I'm trying to influence, but I always thought with this bottle it had a little red influence to it.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, let's nose it, taste it, and talk about it. Well, we were just talking off camera. Funny thing occurred to us. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. We were kind of laughing because Henry had nosed it off camera. Well,
yeah.
I guess it wasn't off camera.
Oh, yeah. But I was nosing it, and I will tell you this thing is, maybe because we've had 280 proof Blantons, but this one's 93. Just richer, just that next level step up in proof. Smells absolutely amazing. Everything you would want out of a Blanton single barrel.
Yeah. I would not have guessed that, was it 13%, would have made that much of a difference, but man, it really does.
Well, and honestly, for me with this one, we're talking about, I get a little bit of honey on this one, just a little bit something more concentrated and sweet on this one than the other ones.
Oh yeah, I can get that too, like very,
and sadly,
concentrated and some citrus in there.
And if you go in there too far, just like with any, whiskey, I got a little proof off of it.
Yeah. But see, I like that. The more proof, well, not always, the more proof the better, but usually you proof something up, it, I would say, typically brings out the flavor better.
I get more of the, the basic quintessential bourbon flavors off this, but I don't get that rickhouse that I was getting off the 80s. Are you getting that on this one?
No, it doesn't have that same. You walk into a rick house and that cool breeze hits you with that barrel smell, the whiskey smell. No, it's not there. I'm getting, there's some cinnamon in this one for me. Yeah. I think there's some vanilla. The honey's there. I think there's also maybe a little bit of orange peel.
I'm trying to dive. I don't get the grapefruit now off of this one either.
I don't either.
I mean, sorry, not the grapefruit, the Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid, yeah.
All right, I'm ready to go after this one.
Let's taste it. I get that little bit of butterscotch, a little bit of cinnamon, oak, vanilla, citrus.
I was gonna say definitely solid Werther's original on this one. No more, no less. Right about in there. Yeah. Right about what you're gonna expect on it.
Yeah. Typical, I mean, to me, this is what a Blanton's tastes like. Single barrel Blanton's.
Maybe just a little bit more cinnamon on this, though.
It's staying. I mean, like the finish, yeah, I can see that. But the flavor profile spot on. You know what? I think you might be right. There's a little more hug too. I mean, like not even a hug, just warmth. Like, it's good.
Yeah, there's definitely something, the barrel spices, whatever you want to call that, that's definitely coming across. That's there at the end. That's a little bit stronger. And that could be with the proof that's in the whiskey, but Definitely a delightful, delicious pour. A step up from what we've had before, but also a step in a different direction, as I feel like this has more of those flavors that you enjoy out of a bourbon. It doesn't have that wood profile that we got from the lower proofs.
It doesn't. Keep on thinking about that Werther's Original that you mentioned.
Yeah, it's spot on.
Yeah. Like somebody dropped one of those in the bottle and like let it melt or whatever.
I was really thinking about that. I was like, oh, it's got a really nice, sugary candiness to it.
It does.
And then everything else that comes along with it, with the caramels and the butterscotch and everything else, I was like, it's a Werther's Original.
Yeah. I did a review on this not too long ago. Well, obviously not the Takara. Now I've already forgotten my Japanese. I have one word that I was supposed to remember now. I can't remember. But anyway, I did a review just on regular single barrel, and this one tastes a little bit different than that one. I would say. I think you're right. I think there's the Werther's Original influence and a little bit more cinnamon. I would say that's the difference.
Yeah. I could even think about cinnamon sugar cookie, something like that. But I was thinking about snickerdoodles, but it doesn't feel like it's that far, and it's not that delicate and light. But I think the Werther's Original is right where it belongs.
All the important food groups.
Yeah, candy, cookies, everything that I enjoy.
Yep. Me too, my friend. All right, let's rate it.
All right, so first thing we'll talk about is, of course, availability on this thing. I think I've already said it before. You're not going to find this anywhere in the market. You got to have somebody who travels internationally, or who is in the military, or has a connection on how they can get the bottle. You could probably find this on secondary sites. I think this one's probably going to be a little bit higher because it's a higher proof, so you're probably looking at maybe $225, $275. The price on this, I would not put this above a basic Blanton single barrel if you could get it for $90 to $100 in the States. So for me, the price is not that great on this one. It's good, but not fantastic. So I still will put the price at still probably about a 5.5. Availability still has to be a 0 because you're not going to walk in anywhere and get this where you can. The taste on it, I'd say still pretty good. I know a lot of people dog Blantons and call yourself a tater or something like that, but I think the taste on this one's a solid 7, 7.5. So if I was gonna be nice, I'll call this a 6.75. That's kind of where I would land with this one.
Yeah, I think you may have influenced me a little bit. I was sitting there while you were talking about that, your rating, and I was like 7, 7, 7, 7. You said 6.75, so I'm gonna come down and match you. I think same thing, exact same thoughts. I think it's important to note that I think we both found a little bit different flavor profile than what we expected on a regular single barrel Blanton's versus the Japanese version. So there you have it. Thanks for stopping by. If you don't mind, go ahead and like, subscribe, and smash that bell. It's the best way to support this channel. We really want those subscribers. We want those views. So feel free to share this with your friends. Again, this is our 3rd installment of the Blanton series. It's been a lot of fun, and thanks for sticking around.
Drink more Blantons.